get to Williamsport. But the boys from Northern California have had a day to rest, and they're not ready to go home yet. Little League Baseball coming up next. A West Region elimination game from San Bernardino, California, Al Houghton Stadium, the site. It's warm, the season on the line. Rocklin, California, and St. George, Utah squaring off. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender alongside the former Major League closer with the Orioles and the Diamondbacks, Greg Olson. Glad you're with us. This is a game, two teams with high expectations coming in. Disappointing first game efforts, but they have a chance to ramp it up, and they need to on the offensive end.
Well, both of these teams came in with high expectations, as you said. St. George, Utah, bringing back 5 starters from last year's All-Star team, and they had their ace on the mound, Parker Andrus, and they were just unable to solve Hawaii.
Well, and this is a Utah team from the Dixie Little League that feels like that experience will help them, and they're hoping it pays off. Great part of the country in terms of baseball, and we've seen it, but that Hawaii team is 2-0. And they really ran into a buzzsaw there.
Yeah, they had their ace on the mound, Parker Andrus, and he was just unable to get Hawaii out, and they couldn't solve the Hawaii pitching staff.
Utah up against a Northern California team from Rocklin, California, just northeast of Sacramento. And the bats of Southern California just too much for Rocklin.
Yeah, they had their ace on the mound, Weisenberg Frost. He struggled with the big bats, and we're seeing Nathan Erickson on the mound, and he's going to be throwing tonight for Northern California.
Season on the line, elimination game. The winner will get Southern California tomorrow. It's Utah and Northern California. First pitch comes up next from Houghton Stadium. Sunny and warm here in San Bernardino as Rocklin, California and St. George, Utah square off with the season on the line at Houghton Stadium. Both teams come in with 0-1 records. And Northern California, a team that relies on some power. You mentioned Aiden Weisenberg-Frost. He can really swing it, as can Tyler Allen. This is a team that put 8 runs on the board against Southern California.
Yeah, they can swing it. Nathan Erickson will be pitching today. Had a home run in the first inning to open up the scoring for Northern California.
And they're going to be facing a right-hander in Blake Watson. His brother played here in 2014, has a great attitude in terms of always staying positive, and would like to get off to a quick start here. Luke was here in 2014.
We saw a little bit of Blake pitching in game 1, and you can see the frame, 6 foot, 140 pounds, good-looking athlete, good mechanics. Should be able to attack the zone.
Defensively, you'll notice a couple familiar last names. Jackson Barbin in center field, Steele Barbin at shortstop. They're cousins up the middle part there.
Tyler Evans, one of the returning starters from 2017.
And Ridge Erickson, one of the great names in this regional, behind the plate. It's warm, 106 degrees, and the season on the line. The winner gets Southern California, which will be no easy chore tomorrow. And we anticipate a pretty good matchup here.
I think this is going to be a really good matchup. We're going to see some good pitching. That we're going to see the number 2s for both of these teams, and we spoke about how well and how high the expectations were coming into this tournament for both teams.
Troy Yultson, the manager's son, leading things off, the shortstop. Big fan of Will Farrell. Just 11 years old, and an important youngster in the leadoff spot.
Well, it's really important right now for one of these teams to get off to a good start. They're both coming off losses, had some time to stew over it.
It's inside. Robert Machado, the guy in the light blue jersey behind home plate, our home plate umpire. Got Matthew Melton, Jeffrey Davis, and Chris Watkins in the field. Here's a 2-1. Strike on the corner.
Nice strike call, too, by Robert Machado. I don't think we've had him behind the plate, but firm and authoritative strike call.
And there's a fastball, a swing and a miss, and Yultson is the first out.
Well, that's a 71-mile-an-hour fastball coming from 44 feet. You know, major league, it looked like a major league 94, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. You got to get that bat started.
Now Nathan Erickson, the opposing pitcher. Ball one high. You know, I'm not a guy that pays a lot of attention to uniforms. 2 sharp-looking unis here for these 2 teams. Erickson would love to be a pro baseball player like my partner Greg Olson. There's a base hit to left field for Nathan Erickson. Takes the big turn and he'll hang on.
Good start by Nathan Erickson. He sees a first pitch slider up out of the zone. Blake Watson comes back in with the fastball, runs it in on the hands. Quick bat. Nathan Erickson, he showed some pop early in their first game against Southern California with a home run to left field.
Now Aiden Weisenberg-Frost, the catcher. Pops out of the glove of Erickson, and down to second base is Nathan Erickson, as Ridge couldn't keep that one from going to the backstop.
Weisenberg-Frost is their ace on the mound. He started game 1 coming off a no-hitter in the state championship game to get here. See Blake Watson is struggling a little bit with the command of his slider. Everything's a little elevated. I'm sure there are some nerves going on because, as you said, this is a win or go home. You're facing another good team.
And Frosty drives that out of here. Forget about that one.
It's about ready to say, might have a little bit of nerves going on with Blake Watson. He's having trouble getting the ball down. He's got good mechanics, and he leaves a fastball up over the plate. Looks like it's about letter high. About letter high, and Frost does not miss it. This ball is out over the tents. No doubter.
Ice in his veins, that's why they call him Frosty here in the heat.
I don't think center fielder Jackson Barbin made a move either. It was one of those who became a spectator out in center field.
This team could put some runs on the board. I mean, we saw it against a good pitching staff in Southern California. They just had too many offensive players that produced for SoCal side of things, but they did score 8 runs in that loss, and they get off to a quick start here against Utah.
The batter, number 9, Tyler Allen.
Tyler Allen, one of the veterans at 13 years old. Big Madison Bumgarner fan.
Blake Watson gets back to work, had a little mound visit from his manager, Nate Andrus. And it was a good mound trip for me. You know what, try to get him to lock back in. He just gave up a long home run. You know, hey, let's refocus, everything's fine. We haven't even had a bat yet. Just get us back in the dugout.
Comes inside with a pitch and jams him there. Tyler Allen is a Neil Diamond fan. How about that? Taking it back.
That's got to be the only Neil Diamond fan that we have listed here, isn't it?
First one we've mentioned here at the regional, yep. Fouls that one off.
Not that there's anything wrong with Neil Diamond. I'm just saying, you know, it's a little bit later in the day than these guys are.
Yeah, it could be a family thing. Maybe Neil Diamond's been Dad's favorite guy.
I'll go with that. Yep, Dad makes him listen to it on the way to school every morning. You know what? That's actually a really good call. I got my daughter stuck on Johnny Cash now.
Now you got to take him back, show him the good stuff. Some of the new stuff's okay. Here's the 1-2.
I spoke about Blake Watson struggling with his slider. His slider's coming in at 64 miles an hour. It's a pretty good separation from his fastball. He's just having trouble getting enough spin on it. That one backed up a little bit, ran in on Tyler Allen.
2-2, got a piece of that one to stay alive. Watson, liner into center field for Allen. That gets off the glove of Jackson Barbin, and into second base safely is Allen.
Well, I spoke about the slider being a problem so far. He's trying to find it, and you have to keep working on it. You have to keep throwing it to find the pitch. This one he leaves belt high, hanging over the middle of the plate. Jackson Barbin out in center field is shaded way over to right center.
Here's Vanderkamp now, and he delivers a single to center field. Allen rounds third. Here's the relay, and it's a high throw and retreating to third base. The runner, throw to second, not in time. Vanderkamp's in there safely. That was a strong throw from Jackson Barbin to home plate.
So single up the middle. I was saying Jackson Barbin is shaded way over into right center. Blake Watson is throwing 71 to 74 miles an hour, which is firm. So you would think that we would start seeing some balls getting hit the opposite way. Well, Northern California has seen this velocity before. This ball chopped off the front of home plate. And I love the base running. He recognizes the fact that the throw from Jackson Barbin is over the cutoff man.
And that one bounces out of the catcher's glove, and here comes Allen. The throw is late, and he slides in safely. Moving up to third is Vanderkamp. It's like Allen a little bit shaken up after scoring the run.
I think Tyler Allen was the reason that ball didn't go into the infield. The throw from catcher Erickson hit Tyler as he came sliding into home.
What a start for Rocklin, California. 2-run homer from Weisenberg Frost. 3 runs across now, and here's Correa trying to bunt it, and he fouls it back.
So here's the play. Erickson comes up. Yeah, and he gets Tyler Allen right in the chest, upper left shoulder. Obviously did not do that intentionally. He's going back there and he's sliding and throwing blindly. somewhere in the area code of home plate and trying to make a quick play.
2-1 now to Korea. A lot of Giants fans on this Tri-City Little League roster up there in Northern California. Two and two.
Blake Watson's out there. He's throwing hard. I mean, we haven't seen too many kids so far in San Bernardino that have been in the 70s, and he has consistently been up in the low 70s.
And a strikeout pops out of the glove, and good job by the catcher Erickson to apply the tag. That's actually a really big play because you throw down to first, there's a chance that runner might come down from third base.
And it will happen, and it has happened. Yeah, so nice job behind the plate, Ridge Erickson, keeping that ball, knocking it down up in front. It was a high fastball, and astute enough to come up and make the tag on Correa as he was running by.
Here's Tanner Dykstra. T or Tex, which one do you like?
I was going to go with T-Rex, but that's not an option.
You got to pick one of the two.
I'll go with,
he's got a couple.
I'm going to go with Tex.
High chopper coming off the hill to get it as Watson. The throw is in time, and that will end the inning. Big home run, though. Aiden Weisenberg-Frost taking it out of here. Here it is.
Fastball up, out over the plate, and this ball is crushed out to center field. Good start for Northern California. Jump up on top 3-0 over Utah.
West Region elimination game, Northern California in front of Utah 3-0. Big two-run homer from Aiden Weisenberg-Frost, the big hit in that inning. And now some work to do for the Dixie Little Leaguers from St. George, Utah. Beautiful part of the country with the national parks down there in southern Utah. And Jackson Barbin will try to get him jump-started. He's the guy that kind of flips the ignition switch for this offense. And we've seen Parker Andrus and his stick, a big frame, big swing.
Well, Jackson Barbin, Trey Evans, Parker Andrus were all returning from last year's team. Not the start that they wanted, but they're going to see what they can do against Nathan Erickson on the mound. Here he is. Saw a little bit of him pitch the other night. I would say herky-jerky, but it's pretty controlled. You know, it's not like it's out of control. It's just quick leg kick, comes down, and then he's in a really great position going forward.
I see some guys with a compact delivery, but he's effective when he gets it over there. As see Yultsen, the manager's son, playing the shortstop position, and we've seen Weisenberg-Frost pitching. He has a strong arm, so look out for him behind the dish. He can throw some people out.
Well, he went over his pitch limit. He is not eligible to pitch, and you can see what kind of athlete he is. He goes from pitching to catching. Does everything for this team.
Rogowski also a coach's kid, assistant coach, his son out there in center field. Jackson Barbin to lead it off. First pitch is outside for ball one. Also a football guy, 13-year-old. Loves fishing. They call him J Bass or Big Mouth Bass. I noticed that some of these kids have more than one nickname.
Oh, that's funny. J Bass.
You know, or Big Mouth Bass. Now, there was Kevin Bass in the major leagues. They called him Smallmouth Bass. It's fouled off. That's a play off of that, maybe?
Yep. J Bass. I like the J Bass part. The Big Mouth Bass, you know, I don't know, but Jackson Barbin looking for his first hit in San Bernardino this year. Get things started. If he gets on base, it'd be a good sign for St. George.
Kind of pulled away with that swing off the plate, 2-2.
Well, we see Nathan Erickson's slider, 57 miles an hour, good pitch, good location. I like the pitch call on a 2-1 count.
Fastball, and he blows it by Barbin. One down.
Nice sequence of pitches. You know, he's behind in the count 2-1. Jackson Barbin would expect a fastball. You know, you saw the swing was a little bit, you said he pulled off. He recognized it was a fastball coming out. It ended up being a slider. Then that one was a 69-mile-an-hour fastball, perfect location.
Here's a cool story. Trey Evans' dad played in the Little League World Series, and here he is in West Regional play. Has played some outfield, second base, third base, pitching. They've got him in right field for this one.
Well, he was 1 for 1 with a walk the other night against Hawaii. One of only 3 hits.
And he's been swinging a hot bat in postseason all the way through the state tournament.
Well, he's trying to set the table, give Parker Andrus somebody on base in case he can do some damage and get Utah back in the game.
Fastball, and that is good velocity from Erickson. 2 Ks to open things up.
Well, it's good velocity, but it's even better location. You know, I can't tell you how hard it is to hit this outside corner, and this ball was right on the corner. If you're walking around a clubhouse watching the game, that's paint.
Well, here's Moose. This will be power against power. Parker Andrus against Nathan Erickson.
And you're seeing the respect that Northern California has for Moose. First pitch, curveball. I'm going to try to see if he's going to expand the zone. He'll probably throw another breaking ball down and out.
This fastball away there.
Shows what I know about pitch sequencing.
I think you know a little bit. But we have seen some pitchers that have done a nice job mixing things up and keeping everybody guessing.
Yeah, there's been some really nice pitch calls, and you know, you'll watch the catcher Frost peeking into the dugout, getting the sign from the coach.
This is outside with that one.
A lot of times the teams that have come this far, you know, they have a coach or assistant coach is calling the pitches from the dugout.
Off speed is fouled off there. Parker loves to swing the bat. He'll spend several hours every day getting his cuts in, working on his craft.
And that will pay off in the long run. You know what? You just can't teach the work ethic. You just hope that they start finding it and getting them with a good group of kids that love to work.
Count runs full now. Power pitcher, power hitter. We have seen some long balls hit here in the regional, specifically from Southern California.
You know, are you going to come right at him right now? Blake Watson's on deck. He was 2 for 3 in game 1. You going to attack him right now and go, here we go? You're up 3-0 in the first.
He's coming after him. Fastball. Strike 3 called. He paints the corner and strikes out the side. What a start from the right-hander Nathan Erickson. 3-0 lead. We're through 1 in San Bernardino. West Regional elimination game.
For Utah on the bottom of the first, no runs on no hit. No runners left on base.
We'll be a short guy.
Count for Nathan Erickson, 15. 1-5.
Go. It is a long time ago. Coach there too.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medical staff on duty typically are comprised of doctors who practice in the local area, along with paramedics and the ambulance service provided by American Medical Response. Our on-duty doctor is Dr. Kim Young from the Loma Linda University Medical Center and Children's Hospital. And assisting him are nurses Tab Borku, Nellie Unibor, and Rosemary Kang. Please join me in thanking them with a round of applause.
Before this one started, we had a first pitch thrown out by Pete Arbogast, the USC voice. Look at that knuckler on the corner. Guys, this guy's played a little baseball in Hollywood, Little League baseball, and here you are seeing these kids. You've still got it out there.
The knuckler was working today. I didn't have any time to warm up either. I was like, what are you going to do? The kid loved it. I told him it was coming, and so he dropped immediately. That's got in the dirt.
Well, we've seen Adam Kennedy out here and Calvin Pickering. That might have been the best pitch we've seen.
Oh, that was easily the best pitch.
Yeah, yeah. So your feelings as you look back at these little leaguers and the experiences, and it's always special to come to the ballpark and see kids at this age.
And here especially. And I brought my kids when they were of playing age to this tournament when it was here because, first, it's free. The hot dogs and everything were $1. So you can't lose there. I remember seeing Burroughs' kid slam one against Hawaii to send him to Williamsport. So I've been coming here for a long, long time. And in my radio career, kind of grew up in the general area, so it was easy to be here.
There's a ground ball out as Vavok is retired at first base.
Well, that's great. I mean, I love the Little League stories. Did you throw a knuckleball when you were in Little League?
No, I threw it. We lived about 7 minutes from Dodger Stadium, and so we would go. We were those guys that go to 40 games because Mom didn't want you around the house, so she'd drop you off and say, "Get out of here, it's $5. See you after the game. I'll pick you up." And we would sneak into before the stadium was open, and we would go into the clubhouse, sneak it. We were sneaking all over the place. We're 14, 15-year-old kids, 13. And finally, Charlie Huff said, "You guys got to quit going in there and stay out here with us." And so Charlie Huff and Mark Cressy, the Dodger bullpen catcher, ended up teaching us how to throw the knuckler.
Now that's where you learned it.
That's a pretty good guy to teach it
not
to.
bad.
Yeah, Charlie Huff.
That looked like a Huff knuckleball up there.
No, it's pretty good.
Well, I got the nails. I got the nails down, and I know how to release. I wasn't very good at throwing it. I don't no arm at all, but it was really fun to learn how to throw.
Oh, especially from him. Charlie Huff was legendary with his knuckleball.
We would sit right next to the bullpen all the time. We knew all the guys, because you're that kid.
That's great.
We've been impressed with the versatility, and the people that have played Little League baseball, we've talked to them, and they've been impressed. You got to play multiple positions. It wasn't always that way, but now you're pitching, you're catching, you're playing in the field. There's that base hit opposite field for Rogowski.
When you get to an all-star level, you put all the best guys on your 8-team league and in one little pot there, and so you've got all your shortstops, catchers, and pitchers, and center fielders. They're all there. It becomes a little easier to manage those teams, and they can all pitch. You darn well know that the third baseman and the center, everybody here can pitch a little bit if they have to, and they better.
We've seen that.
Well, and that's what the great thing about Little League baseball. All these guys, like you said, are shortstop, center fielders, pitcher, catchers. Well, somebody's got to go play second base. Somebody's got to go play third base. And these kids are so willing to do whatever it takes for the team.
Yultsin to Andrus, and he turns the force play, and they can't get two turned, but a good job by the guy at the hot corner to get it down to second base.
There's a guy I want to mention who was trying to be here today. Is my old color man on the SC broadcast back in the late 80s, early 90s, Fred Gallagher, sportscaster from around these parts. He's an elderly, I won't call him gentleman because I've known him for a long time, but he's not feeling that great. He was going to come out with me, and the reason I bring him up is because when he was a kid, he went to his aunt and uncle house in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, as it goes through, thankfully, to let me continue my story.
Through Barbin.
Okay. And so he used to spend his summers in Williamsport and as a kid, and he played for Lundy Lumber, which was one of the 3 original sponsors of Little League Baseball. And he knew the founder, Carl Stotts, and he played on the Lundy Lumber team in the first Little League World Series.
Fantastic.
Now, he still lives up here locally in Santa Clarita, but he couldn't make it here today, and I'm sorry he couldn't because I would have had him throw out the first pitch.
It was founded in 1939.
And the first World Series, I think, was in 47 or 48,
Yep.
somewhere in there. And he played in that one, and his picture's in there, big ears and everything.
Great story. Great tradition, of course. And it's glad you passed that along.
In those days, the stadium wasn't Lomity Stadium like it is now. Those stadiums in Williamsport are huge, like this one. It was in the cornfield in the corner of the city. You know, they cleared it out for the tournament. That was about it.
Kind of like Field of Dreams.
Very much.
Watson to Frost, who fouls that one off.
So, some of our other discussions are up here is, nowadays everybody's playing travel ball, so they're so stuck into baseball. Did you play any other sports in high school?
Yeah, I was I was one of those weird people that liked to pole vault and high jump.
Really?
And then I played water polo in college, so I'm kind of an outlier. And I like to say about pole vaulting and high jumping, they're the only events in track and field, and maybe in sport, where you always finish with failure. Because you have to try the last 3 times and you always fail, and you pop out of the event. I don't know what that says about my personality.
Frost rips that one into left field. Making the turn and coming around is Erickson, and he'll score. Throw it down to third. Not in time.
Weisenberg Frost coming out hot today. Already had a home run to center field and then a hard hit ball into left field.
You know what I've noticed about these kids, and I got to spend some time with them in the dugout, to a person, and the managers and the coaches, they're the nicest, most well-behaved people that you could possibly want to meet. And I hope, Northern California is doing real well now, and they would set up a date with SoCal again.
It'd be a great matchup. We saw the crowd at day one,
Yeah.
the first matchup was
fill it up.
fantastic. Yep. Great baseball people in this part of the country. It's always special when those two get together here. Tyler Allen now, the cleanup man, as Northern California has added to their lead. Favorite moment for you when you think about Little League? Was there one moment that stood out? Did you hit any grand slam walk-offs or anything like that?
Not for me. As a coach, we had a few where we beat a team that had just been licking us for a couple of years. And we finally got him on a double by a kid that couldn't hit the ball with his eyes closed. He stuck his bat out and roped it up the left field side, and we scored 2 and won the game 3-2. And I ran out to second base and picked him up and carried him around the field. We were so happy. In those days, we could wear Major League uniforms, so there was the Yankees beating the Indians that day. Corey Dickerson.
Oh, there's a throw to third. They've got the runner, and that'll end the inning. So leaning off the bag, and a good job by the catcher, Erickson, to throw out the runner. Peter Arbogast, Voice of USC, thanks for coming up here.
Peter, it was a pleasure.
And continue to enjoy the game and the day and the lovely weather we're having here in Southern California.
Stay cool out there.
Yeah, that's the trick, isn't it?
4-0 game here, bottom half of the second, this West Regional elimination game at San Bernardino.
Well, as a direct result of your past donations, this tournament will be held every year. Our volunteers will be going through the stands to accept your donations, large or small. Once you have given, sit back and enjoy the rest of the ball game. The result of your donation, thank you.
Aiden Weisenberg-Frost with an RBI single and a 2-run home run. He's been the big offensive star. Northern California leading Utah 4-0 bottom of the second. 6 hits, but Nathan Erickson picked off in that last half inning.
Yeah, they ran themselves out of a possible big inning. Had the first and third. St. George had the defense of where the catcher came up, faked the throw to second base, and got Erickson hopping off third base a little bit, fired down to third base.
Blake Watson will try to help his cause. Cleanup hitter leading off this inning. Hot Rod, his favorite movie.
I don't have anything on that one, Trey.
A lot of car movies out there.
I haven't seen that one. Good swing. Nathan Erickson back to work, struck out the side in the first. Predominantly with fastballs down and away.
And he strikes out Watson. 4 straight strikeouts to open this one up for Nathan Erickson. That's one way to get it started.
It's a nice 0-2 slider down and away. Watson hadn't seen that one yet, just a little bit out front. Pretty good start for Nathan Erickson, wouldn't you say?
And now Ridge Erickson, no relation, the catcher. And he rips it to right field. Coming on is Allen to make the play.
Nice running catch by Tyler Allen out in right field. Ridge Erickson goes out, fastball's middle of the plate down, drives it to right field. Just, I guess he hit it too well.
Now Braxton Yates. That will be a good at bat, but an out nonetheless. Yates, the only left-handed hitter on this Dixie Little League team. And it's valuable when you got a guy like that.
Well, Brax up there. I'm sure he can get down the line pretty well out of the box on that side. Nice swing. That's what we talk about with the launch angle. You could see the slight uppercut is in vogue now in Major League Baseball. I like the approach. That was a good take.
Well, his best sports moment, how about this? He hit 6 home runs in Cooperstown. 6 of them.
That's getting it done.
And strikes out there. 5 strikeouts in 6 batters faced for Nathan Erickson. He is rolling along here with Northern California in front 4-0. Elimination game here at Al Houghton Stadium. We go to the third.
Your attention, Little League fans. Former Major League hitter Kevin Rose, who threw a no-hitter against somebody while pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers, will throw out the ceremonial first pitch and sign autographs for 30 minutes at tonight's 7 p.m. game here at Al Houghton Stadium. Again, former Dodger pitcher Kevin Rose will visit Al Houghton Stadium tonight at 7 o'clock to throw out the first pitch and sign autographs for 30 minutes.
Northern California in front of Utah 4-0, top of the third in this West Regional Elimination game. Looking for training and information for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents? Get free backyard tips practice plans, drills, videos, and more, visit littleleagueuniversity.org today.
All right, we need one of those.
The Mister.
The Mister.
With the fan there blowing the cold air. It has been a warm one. It's starting to cool down. I think we've reached our peak of 106. Starting to dip down a little bit now.
What do you think it's at? I'm calling 104.
I've still got us at 106 here. Mostly sunny. San Bernardino. And Watson now with his team trailing 4-0. Will be working to middle part of the order. Tyler Allen back up there after Erickson was picked off in the last inning. Pops it up. Shortstop, Steele Barbin, one down.
That was a major league pop-up. Good swing by Tyler Allen, just got under the shade. And shortstop Steele Barbin with steely nerves as that ball was up in the sky for a while.
The batter, number 4, Adam Vanderkamp.
There's Adam Vanderkamp, who singled to center his first time up. Fan of the Oakland Athletics. The Amazing A's, as they used to call them.
Is he the only one on that team that likes the A's?
And a lot of Giants, mostly Giants fans.
Nicknamed Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson, his favorite baseball player.
Okay.
Likes Drake in terms of a singer, Adam Sandler in terms of an actor, and cheeseburgers.
What do you got for a favorite movie?
Star Wars. But I don't think it's the original. I gotta.
Well, Blake Watson just found his slider, that last pitch, an inside part of the plate. Good pitch.
And episode 3 of Star Wars is his favorite. I'm trying to think.
I have no earthly. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me
Return of the Jedi, maybe?
What the order of everything should be sequentially.
Yeah, I think it was Return of the Jedi. 2-2. Strike 3 on the inside corner.
That would be called a front door slider. He struggled with his command on it for a little bit, and you can see this pitch starts off at the elbow and breaks down and catches the top of the zone.
We're getting information in that movie, the last of the prequels, where he becomes Darth Vader. So I apologize. That's episode 3 of Star Wars. I just wanted to get that right for Vanderkamp. And now we have a pinch hitter now.
Number 2, Brady.
Okay, I don't.
Okay. And CB Barthon, no, I'm sorry. It's number 2, Brady Kaysen for Northern California is going to get an at-bat here. He'll hit for Korea.
So one of the wonderful things about Little League Baseball is the substitution. Everybody has to play. And in order to satisfy the rules, each team must play their substitutes. Let the pitch come. Where am I at here? Northern California has 14 players on their roster, so they have 5 substitutes. All 5 of these guys have to see 1 at bat. If they had 12 players on the roster, then all 3 substitutes would have to play 6 innings, 6 outs consecutively on defense, and then they get 1 at bat.
And we've seen some pinch hitters play prominent roles in this regional, coming off the bench, providing a spark, sparking a rally. Kaysen taking a pitch outside. It really causes you as a player to always be engaged. You never know when your number's going to get called.
That's exactly right. And you know what? I'm looking at what the substitutes did in the last game, and 3 of them got on base with walks, and I think they started the rally that brought Northern California close to Southern California in Game 1.
Kaysen trying to get something started here with 2 down.
You can see that fastball is the major league equivalent of a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
2-2, and there's the fastball from Watson, and he sets down Northern California in order. Good pitching from Watson. Erickson as well on the other side. A 4-0 game. Bottom of the 3rd is on tap in this West Regional Elimination game. Rocklin, California in front.
off the turn, no runs on no hits, no runners left on base. Pitch count for Blake Watson, 50-0.
Four 0 Northern California in front of Utah, bottom of the third, and what an effort so far from Nathan Erickson through 2 frames. Sensational.
Top of the first, here it is. A little herky-jerky, but then he gets in a great position. Fastball down and away, first strikeout. Fastball down and away. Fastball down and away. Yeah, you're seeing a theme right there. There's a slider that he started to bring out in the second inning. High fastball, really good mechanics. It's a little herky-jerky to start, but once he brings that leg down, it's a couple inches above the dirt. The back right leg drops in and just drives, and it's a really good mechanics. It just looks funny to start with.
Facing Boston Vest to open up this third inning with the 4-run lead. And looking good, ahead on the count 0-2. And to go along with it, you see his line there, 5 Ks.
5 out of 6.
Got the fly ball out. It's fouled off. He wins the award, at least from my perspective, best song. He thinks it's "Simple Man" by Leonard Skinner. That's fantastic.
My favorite. That was my
fantastic song.
That was my ringtone.
Love it. Love that song.
Man.
I mean, that's quality right there from Nathan Erickson. I think he got a couple fans right up here, not just from his pitching, but his taste. There's a ground ball hit to Vavok. And that's 5-3 on the putout, and he keeps rolling right along here.
Yeah, he's just been pumping strikes. I mean, he's gotten to the point where he's so comfortable with what he's doing. The 0-2 pitch was a fastball down and away, and he was just like, you know what? I'm going to start conserving pitches here. Just went into attack mode. Didn't try to waste a pitch, get somebody to chase something out of the zone. He's like, I'm going right back into the zone. I'm going to keep moving on.
Max Orton now, the left fielder.
Max Orton was a substitute in game 1, gets the start. Jim Carrey fan.
He actually shares a nickname. This is something we've not heard yet. He shares a nickname with Parker Andrus. They're both referred to as Moose. They've opted to share that nickname.
Well, they're all-stars, so they were on other teams during the season, and then they come together, and so it's chaos in the dugout. Coach is like, Moose, get out here, and they both come running out. Or this might be a little bit of sarcasm. He's 5 foot, 85 pounds.
He also likes the name Nacho. Swing and a miss. And the throw down to first base, 2 down, 6 strikeouts now.
So St. George is seeing a great fastball, 68, 72, really good location down and away. And over the last 2 innings, Nathan Erickson has brought out the slider, and it's starting out basically out of the same spot. These guys got to get the bat started to cover that fastball, and then all of a sudden the ball's breaking off the plate.
Steele Barbin, the shortstop. Oh, look at that location right there. Pops the glove.
He is making that pitch look so easy, and I cannot begin to tell you how hard that pitch is to throw for a right-handed pitcher.
Took something off that one, and he works ahead 0-2.
And then, as I talked about, he sees a fastball coming. It wasn't a fastball, it was a slider. It dives out of the zone. And now he's sitting in the box. Steele Barbin is going, which pitch am I going to get? I got to defend one, hopefully get the other one.
Saw 25 strikes, 8 balls so far. Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging. 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. Nathan Erickson pitching a gem here in San Bernardino.
Very efficient, 34 pitches in 3 innings. Northern California with 4 on the board, and they got Nathan Erickson in control. Northern California 4, Utah nothing as we head to the 4th.
Northern California leads Utah 4-0 top of the 4th. Season on the line for these two teams. In the West Regional, the winner will get Southern California tomorrow. The Little League Grow the Game Grant Initiative has distributed over $2 million at the local level. Grant funding provides local Little Leagues resources for general improvement and to expand or establish softball, Challenger Division, and urban initiative programs. For more information, visit littleleague.org/grow the game. Well, this has been a very impressive pitching performance from Nathan Erickson.
Aiden Weisenberg Frost in the 1st inning. Mammoth home run, dead center field. Yeah, we lost that one.
They put 3 on the board in that 1st inning. And then Frost also stepped up his 2nd time up and delivered an RBI single to add to the advantage, and that's all that Nathan Erickson has needed.
Nathan Erickson, I mean, great mechanics, and he is able to duplicate that fastball away. So far, we got 7 strikeouts, 3 innings. Two guys that put balls in play. Nathan Erickson's been dominant.
Fly ball out to right field and a ground out to the 3rd baseman. There's Frost driving in a run, as he has 3 of them in this game.
And St. George, Utah, you know, saves a big inning with a pickoff at 3rd base. Blake Watson's done a nice job himself on the mound. He's got great mechanics as well. He just ran into Frost twice, and Frost has all 4 RBIs.
And Erickson pitching in an elimination game. He's showed great location. He's had good pop on the fastball. And of course, California has had so much success, both Northern California and Southern California. Will it be this Rocklin team that represents out of the West region, or maybe the team from Chula Vista? We'll find out, but 48 appearances.
Well, Hawaii right now is sitting at 2-0 and in the driver's seat. And they're looking really good as well. So somebody's got to come out of today's game. Somebody's going, a really good team is going to be going home.
Southern California waiting the winner of this one, and if it is a SoCal, NoCal matchup, it would be a rematch of a game we saw on day one. We had a great crowd for that final game of day one.
Yeah, Northern California ran into the Bash Brothers of Southern California, scored 8 against Southern California's pitching staff, which was, I didn't think we would have very many runs scored at all, but the way those guys came out starting. But I was wrong, 16-8. Utah ran into a red-hot Hawaii team to start their tournament.
Hawaii's got all the pieces as well. They have speed, they have pitching, got a little bit of power.
They have a lot of pitching. This is going to be a fun tournament to watch, see who's heading to Williamsport.
And we'll be crowning the West Region champion and the Northwest Region champion out of this complex at the end of the week. Games on the ESPN family of networks through the week. ESPN will pick up championship games, and great to be a part of some Little League baseball. And the volunteers have been tremendous here. The umpires, all volunteers, working hard at the snack shop, taking care of business.
And the food's kind of good too.
Yeah, it is. You haven't had a chance to try the funnel cakes yet, and I know you're disappointed. You'll get there.
Well, they're way out in right field, about 130, 140 yards away from here, and I just, in between innings, you got a couple minutes. I'm not moving as well as I used to, but I got a chance. I got an opportunity in between games here.
Well, you can see it up close. At least you can look at it.
Well, I never know when it's open. I run out there in between games when I have like 15 minutes and it's not open. And then I come back and then I see it's open during the game and I can't get out there in time.
Troy Estes is going to be the pinch hitter to open up this inning. The ice cream guys have been very busy with the kids here at the ballpark.
They'll be roaming around here in a couple innings with the top hats, passing out ice cream, throwing out T-shirts later on in the game.
Estes, a left-handed hitter. First pitch from Watson is a strike on the inside corner.
Both of these pitchers, you're seeing very good mechanics, very good ability to locate the fastball on sides of the plate. Both of these guys are throwing 70 plus miles an hour. The only issue is, and the difference in the game is, Weisenberg Frost is seeing Blake Watson real well today.
Estes' favorite website, ESPN.
Well, we have that in common. Good swing. Love to see him find a way to get on base. Melissa McCarthy. That's our first Melissa McCarthy actor.
That's a funny gal right there. Here's a bouncer to the third baseman. Andrus across in time to retire. Estes, one down.
Well, Estes gets behind in the count. Seeing a fastball that would look like, for a major league side, probably 92, 93. Doing everything he can to get a bat on the ball, and slaps one to the left side. Nice play by Parker Andrus.
And another pinch hitter, Brock Cruz, number 99, gets an opportunity. He hits in the 8th spot in the order.
Well, we're already in the 4th inning, and Northern California has 5 substitutes, so you got to space them out. You usually, as an ex-Little League coach, sorry, I got distracted with the nickname there.
Squoogie.
You usually go, 6, 7, 8, 9. You sub in for those guys, and they're interchangeable. With 5 guys, you're taking out either a leadoff hitter or your 5th hole. And so we're seeing the substitutes for Northern California coming in now.
Favorite food, crab. Likes Fast and Furious 7 as his favorite movie as he swings and misses.
He didn't like the first one?
Number 7.
I have not seen number 7. Was that the one where they're in the polar ice caps and, have all these hot rods up in Alaska, I assume, but probably maybe in the Yukon?
That's just off the plate. 1-2 now.
You can see what the major league equivalent. So these guys are Blake Watson, 6 foot, throwing from 44 feet.
Oh, great pitch there, right on the black for the strikeout.
So you're seeing a 6 foot, 12-year-old throwing from 44 feet. It looks like if you're facing a major league pitcher at 60 feet, 92, 93 miles an hour.
And another pinch hitter. This will be the fourth consecutive pinch hitter they've used. It's going to be Ben Tipper getting an opportunity.
Ben Tipper pitched real well in relief in game one. Kind of gave the book to Nevada on how to get the two big boys for Southern California out. He did it very effectively, throwing backdoor sliders.
The indirect approach was very effective. Big frame at 5'7". Good cut, 1-1.
It's a nice swing. You can see that front foot. He kind of does a little Ruben Sierra, little leg kick, gets a foot down quick. That looked like a changeup or a backup slider. Oh, this is good. Turn around, Troy.
Bouncer to the pitcher, Watson. Throws out. Tipper, and that'll end it. 1-2-3 inning. Effective job for Watson. Funnel cake awaiting my broadcast partner when we come back. 4-0 Northern California leading Utah as we go to the bottom of the fourth.
Northern California, top of the fourth, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base. Pitch count for Blake Watson, 6-2. Defensive changes for Northern California. Re-entering the game for Estes and playing second base, number 5, Tanner Dykstra. Re-entering the game for Cruz and back to third base, number 35, Jonathan Daylock. And re-entering for Tipper and back to center field, number 27, Trayton Rologowski.
Northern California 4, Utah nothing. Bottom of the fourth in this West Regional Elimination game at Al Houghton Stadium. Focused on fun, fitness, and fundamentals, the Little League journey starts with T-ball. Visit littleleague.org/T-ball for a free 10-week practice plan to keep the youngest Little Leaguers moving, having fun, and learning the game of baseball and softball. Nathan Erickson, 7 strikeouts and 3 innings of work. And he'll be facing the top of the order, and a pinch hitter coming in. Trey Whitney will get the call, hitting for Jackson Barbin. Erickson pitching a gem. Here's the first offering. Strike one.
Whitney comes off the bench and gets a first pitch slider. I mean, that's just mean-spirited, you know? Going out there,
confidence, throwing it.
You're sitting on the bench watching the game, paying attention, assuming you're going to get this 70-mile-an-hour fastball away, and then you come walking in and he throws you a slider, and you're just going, why?
He's got Witt on his heels now. 0-2. It's a fastball away. That's a good pitch, though.
Really good attempt at an 0-2 fastball, catch the corner or miss away. Get the strikeout or move on to 1-2 count.
This is further off the plate with that one, 2-2.
This might be the deepest count that we've had so far. You think?
Yeah, he's at 38 pitches right now. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 8 as he opens up the 4th, striking out Whitney.
Great location, and I've been preaching this all day. Great location. You can throw as hard as you want to throw, but at some point you're going to run into somebody that can catch up. But if you can throw hard and locate it like he is on the outside part of the plate, you are going to get a lot of people out.
Trey Evans, who fanned in the first. .91, the major league equivalent on that last one.
You got to get the bat started. 44 feet away.
Foul back.
Part of the deception as well is he's got the high leg kick, and then all of a sudden, you know, really slows himself down before he starts moving forward. And as a hitter, you're going, okay, he's moving slow, and then here comes this explosive fastball.
You saw the rundown, the guys he's faced.
Here it is, up, down, drive.
And that's a strike on the corner, 1-2.
So the mechanics look herky-jerky, and by no means am I criticizing him on this. It is what it is. You have your own form of leg kick. But you'll see once this leg kick kicks up real quick, he's going to drop down, bring his foot about 6 inches above the dirt, and now he drives.
And strikes out Evans. That is number 9. 9 Ks, 2 down here in the 4th.
That one was a slider down out of the zone, but Evans has got to get the bat started at 70 miles an hour, and you can see how he's decelerating through the swing, just trying to catch a piece of the ball to stay alive. Parker Andrus batting in the 3-hole. Had a couple home runs last year in San Bernardino.
He struck out to end the first inning. We got some developing here. A beauty of a pitching performance from Nathan Erickson. Bottom of the 4th. A 4-0 lead for Northern California.
Just missed down. And I love the fact, you know what, he doesn't care who's up. He's doing the same thing, mixing in sliders, locating fastballs away. He missed it with that one. I don't think he meant to go down and in.
2-0, foul back. Big pitch there to get it 2-1.
Andrus had a really good cut at it, just missed. I've seen Moose hit a couple balls out to left field. He's more than capable.
Erickson has faced 11, 9 of them strikeouts. Also a ground out and a fly out as he faces Andrus here, and the count is now 2-2.
A 2-1 breaking ball slider, a good one. That one had a little bit more downward tilt.
Got him swinging. 10 strikeouts. Strikes out the side. He has struck out 5 in a row, and it's still a 4-0 game through 4. It'll be Yultsin and Northern California top of the order coming up.
Nathan Erickson, this is as good as it gets. Slider dives out of the zone. Northern California 4, Utah nothing.
4-0 Northern California leading Utah. Utah has had 12 up and 12 set down by Nathan Erickson. Good pitching from Blake Watson. But he gave up 3 runs in the first and another run in the second. That's been enough in this pitcher's duel here at Houghton Stadium. A lot on the line, season on the line, elimination game in West Region play. The winner of this one will get Southern California tomorrow. The kids from Chula Vista.
Well, both of these guys are throwing well. It's really become a two-man show for Northern California. Nathan Erickson on the mound and Aiden Weisenberg Frost at the plate. Frost has knocked in all 4, and Erickson's kept Utah to no runs on the board.
So the top of the order, and they still have a chance to open up this game a little bit if they can get another run across with Yultson scheduled to lead things off.
I believe we're going to see a pinch hitter. And trying to look through, this should be Dylan O'Neill pinch hitting for Yultson, and that is the delay that we are seeing right now. We had a good picture of Blake Watson on the mound kind of standing around, and his buddy, teammate Parker Andrus standing next to him looking bored.
You want to play Little League in your local community? Visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address and find a Little League program near you. Kids are staying hydrated here. Get the squirt guns.
I'm waiting for it. He's got his brother sitting there trying to watch the game. I'm waiting for the squirt gun to the side of the ear.
Dixie Little League fans over there. And Watson will just try to keep this as it is, try to keep it close, hoping the bats can come alive here in the latter innings, but it's going to be Yultson to lead things off. Fouls off the first offering.
Comes up, sees the first fastball he can get at. 71 miles an hour, MLB equivalent of 92, just a little bit late on it. Yeah, but what you were saying, Blake Watson's job right now is just to get these guys in the dugout without giving up any more runs and try to keep it close.
Yultson, a big Red Sox fan. Meme, he says, I just like baseball. Baseball's my favorite.
Blake Watson's been struggling with command of his slider and got beat on a hanging slider to Frost. And you saw another one that he left a little bit elevated. You saw, at least I saw a little bit of anger. You know, Watson is expecting to do a little bit better with his slider.
He has 5 strikeouts so far, and that's inside, and that hits Yultson.
Oh my.
Loma Linda Children's Hospital volunteer workers heading out there to take a look at number 7. First hit batter in this one, and let's hope that's nothing serious for Yultson, the son of the manager, Dave Yultson.
Well, it looked like, I thought he got, you know, the fastball came up and in. I thought he was able to get his head turned. I'm hoping that baseball, you know, in the best case scenario, that baseball caught the side of the helmet, but he's holding on to his jaw.
Brady Kaysen is going to be the pinch runner. He'll run for Yultson at first base.
Well, I'm 100% positive that was unintentional. Fastball got away from Blake Watson.
Your attention please for Northern California. Running at first base for Troy Wilson.
Troy's all right.
Is number 2, Brady Casey.
They've got the best medical group available to take a look at him and take care of that young man. So Kaysen at first to lead off this 5th inning.
Looks like Dave Yolson's having to go through. I think he has one substitute left. Is it Dylan O'Neill?
That was Nate Andrus there, the Utah manager.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But, both these guys, got to take care of it. Mandatory play here.
We might be seeing a pitching change, possibly.
We're having too much fun here.
Nate Andrus right there. We're going to have a switch defensively now for Utah. Kyler Skinner's going to be in left field.
Number 8, Kyle Skinner.
Skinner's out there for Max Orton now defensively. So Kaysen at first as the pinch runner, and here's Nathan Erickson. 4-0 game. Hit hard, backhanded by the first baseman, and taking it to the bag is Yates. Nice play there, right on the line, as Kaysen moves down to second base.
Well, that is one reason why you have, that was a great play by Braxton Yates. You have a great fielder over at first base. Ranged over to his left, backhand, saved a sure double down the right field line. Good hop. Right here he comes up and realizes, hey, you know what? I got a chance to get the base runner at second base, but he's starting to get into my throwing line. I'm going to take the sure out right now.
Now Aiden Weisenberg-Frost, who's 2 for 2.
He gets that slider that Blake Watson has been struggling with so far, and Watson locates it perfectly and gets a swing through.
68 pitches now for Watson. Facing a guy that already has a home run and a run-scoring single as well. That's over his head as he ducks down from that pitch.
And that's been what's happening with Watson's slider. That was another slider that he left up. He's just not creating enough spin to get the consistent break. I mean, if I'm pitching right now, I'm considering I got an open base.
And that's ripped to left. He's 3 for 3 in front of Skinner. And coming around and scoring is Kaysen. And it's 5-0.
Blake Watson was trying to attack Frost with sliders. First one was a good one. This one wasn't so good. Leaves it up a little bit. And the outfield is so deep with respect to the power. You can see Skinner is almost on the warning track, and he catches that on one hop. The relay coming in from left field, not in time. Kaysen scores from second base.
Now Tyler Allen with one down. Gets it off the end of the bat. How about Weisenberg-Frost? 2-run homer and a couple run-scoring singles.
And the scary thing was that ball was blistered as well. It would have been lifted and elevated. But he's got all 5 runs knocked in.
It's going to go. Pops out of the glove of the catcher, Erickson, and Weisenberg-Frost down to second base.
So Little League has a pitch chart that will, dictate when guys can come back, because this game gets very competitive and you want to take care of these kids' arms. And Blake Watson right now is at 72, which means he's going to have to miss 4 days. And it's, obviously a win or go home right now, so you're going with your best guy on the mound. And so basically St. George is burning Blake Watson for most of the tournament. He's got up to 85 pitches, and then he has to come out.
Time call. It came from the dugout. Somebody yelling for time.
Came from the Utah dugout, and I guess they didn't like the pitch that they were calling her, or I don't know what it was, but they
And time called again. They're going to have a conference on the mound now. Watson and Erickson trying to get on the same page.
Well, usually when this happens, you got a base runner on second base showing, multiple signs, so the runner at second base can't figure out quickly what the pitch will be. Not that people are cheating out here. It's just, people have been known to look in from second base.
Now you got the Tri-City Little League manager Dave Yultson going over to the home plate umpire Robert Machado.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe we're going to have a pinch runner out at second base.
Well,
No, we're going to have a pinch.
now Allen's still hitting, Tyler Allen.
I don't know what that was about, to be honest with you. I don't know why he would walk back. Maybe he's checking to see how his substitutions are coming. I don't know.
1-2 the count to Allen. That's outside. It gets away from Erickson. There's one out. Trying to get more insurance than Erickson. He's pitching. They've got a comfortable advantage here in this elimination game.
I'm a little surprised, Trey. The infield for Utah is back.
Fly ball hit to center field. Jackson Barbin coming in, makes the catch, tagging up Weisenberg Frost. The throw is cut off by the pitcher, and the run scores.
Well, it was a medium to deep fly ball. Tyler Allen does what he needs to do. He gets a high fastball, drives it out into center field. And Jackson Barbin, in really good position. He catches it, gathers himself, comes up, crow hops, and it looks like he's throwing a strike towards home. I think we have a chance, a bang-bang play at least.
We've been close.
And Blake Watson stays where he's at, becomes the cutoff man, and cut it off.
So there's another insurance run for Northern California.
Really nice job in center field by Jackson Barbin.
Vanderkamp now at the plate, fouls one off.
If you kids are at home, you want textbook way to catch, get behind a fly ball, and make a very accurate and hard throw. That's the way you do it. You try to get behind the ball, start coming forward as he catches it, and then you got a little bit more momentum. You don't want to catch it flat-footed.
Best sports moment for Vanderkamp, hitting a walk-off home run, first game of the section tournament this year. And he strikes out here to end the inning. But a couple insurance run pushed across by Northern California. Get an RBI single from Weisenberg Frost, sacrifice fly, 6-0. Rocklin, California in front of St. George, Utah. Bottom of the fifth coming up.
For Northern California, top of the fifth, 2 runs on 1 hit, no runs left on base. Next count for Blake Watson, 79.
You know what an e-ticket is? He doesn't know. He don't have a clue. Actually, the whole ride's been an e-ticket since Thursday.
Northern California leads Utah 6-0, bottom of the 5th. Season on the line, West Regional Elimination Game at Houghton Stadium on the road to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including how to visit Williamsport, scores, stats, highlights, and more. Visit littleleague.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. 12 up and 12 set down by Nathan Erickson. And here he is with just 48 pitches delivered. He'll be facing the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Utah. And there's a look at the numbers.
I think that board says it all. You know?
Yep.
Pretty much that board says it all. And as Trey said, there hasn't been any walks. So we'll just leave it at that.
A gem from Nathan Erickson, who is really honed in. He has struck out 5 in a row. Had a ground out before that. Struck out 4 of the first 6 he faced. And it's going to be Blake Watson to lead things off. TC
like
on the hat for Tri-City Little League.
Northern California, we're going to have somebody playing shortstop. I believe Troy Yultson is out of the game. And it looks like at shortstop now is Tanner Dykstra moves to shortstop. Trying to figure out now who is at second base. We know who's pitching.
Allen is at second. And you got Yultson out in right field now.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for Utah, number 10, Blake Watson.
Well, I guess Tyler Utson's all right. Yeah, there he is. He's out in right field.
Good to see that.
That's great. I was really concerned when he went right to the face and went down on a knee. Thankfully, that helmet caught a big piece of that fastball.
Blake Watson struck out his first time up in the 2nd inning. First pitch from Erickson is outside for ball 1. All right, you've been in these kind of grooves before as a pitcher. There's Yultson out there.
Oh, man. He's not feeling very good, and he's sucking it up and playing through the pain.
He's been a key piece to this team. Leadoff hitter. Shortstop. Erickson delivers a strike. You've been here when you're in this groove as a pitcher. He's got the rhythm.
Oh, he's in a total rhythm. And right now, if we had a camera in the dugout, there'd be nobody sitting near him. Nobody talking to him. Everybody's staying away. You know, he's on an island right now completely by himself, and everybody's afraid to walk up and say anything.
Fastball, strike 3 called, strikes out Watson for the 2nd time, and that is 6 consecutive Ks for Nathan Erickson.
I mean, thoroughly impressive. He's in a 2-0 hole, throws strike 1, and then let's get back to business and get back on that outside corner.
11 strikeouts for number 11. And there's the pitch count. It's a good number right now at this juncture, 53.
I mean, 38 and 15, 53 pitches, 5 and 1/3 innings. Why was that so hard for me?
Well, now here's Ridge Erickson, who flied out his first time up. He's one of 2 guys to put the bat on the ball.
And he actually hit a really nice line drive to right field. Tyler Allen came running in and made a nice play on it, but it was a really good swing, and he's feeling pretty comfortable up there. That was a good swing as well.
Erickson versus Erickson. Here's the 0-1. 1-1.
I'm sure deep down somewhere in Sweden we have, relatives. I might be wrong.
Somewhere along the line?
Somewhere along the line.
Inside with that fastball. The Catcher wants the first base umpire to take a look at. He says, nope. Matthew Melton.
Yeah, I think these catchers are so used to just, peeking down to and pointing themselves, or they're watching the guys in the big leagues who just go and ask themselves. Here in San Bernardino,
there's a ground ball hit to Vavok. He's got it, and he's on the spot with that throw. 2 down.
Well, Ridge Erickson both times has put the ball in play. First one he hit really hard. That one got on top of it just a little bit. But I was saying, these catchers see these guys in the big leagues and they don't ask permission from the home plate umpire in the big leagues. They just point down and they get the response. And right now, so these kids are trying to do the same thing, and they're pointing down to first base looking for a check swing call. And the home plate umpire is like, you've got to ask me. You better ask me first.
Pinch hitter now, Andrew Wilson, hitting in Braxton Yates' spot in the order, the number 6 spot. With 2 down here in the 5th. Willie. Fastball fouled off.
Well, this game's moving along so fast that Utah hasn't had a chance to get their substitutes in. And right now, I'm counting 3 more substitutes have to get at bats.
Strike on the corner. 0-2.
I can't tell you how good that is. A backdoor slider to a left-handed hitter. He doesn't want to come in with the slider, so he stays away. Hitter registers it coming in as a ball.
And he strikes out Yates and sets him down in order again. 15 up and 15 down for Nathan Erickson.
Here's Nathan Erickson, fastball up out of the zone. Wilson cannot hold his bat. 6-0 Northern California over Utah.
Back in San Bernardino, here's a look at the scoreboard. 3-run first, a 1-run second for Northern California. And those bottom digits are significant as Nathan Erickson has pitched a gem in this one. We're into the 6th inning now. 6 innings is regulation Little League. Blake Watson has pitched very well on the other side for the Dixie Little Leaguers. And hoping to keep this 6-0 game and get his team to the plate in this elimination game.
Well, he's only had problems with one guy, and it's been Frost. I was trying to get out, hey, you have an open base, pitch around Frost, walk him, stay away from him. He's scorching hot. Other than Frost, Watson's pitched a great game.
Pinch hitter for Gavin Correa. It's going to be Dylan O'Neill getting the call here.
Northern California has gotten all 5 substitutes involved in today's game. And we're clearing that up behind home plate right now. I think now we're having a casual conversation.
Now the kids from Rocklin, California, is northeast of Sacramento, trying to continue on with their season. A 16-8 loss to Southern California in their first game. Getting stellar pitching from Nathan Erickson in this game. And the winner of this one will face Southern California.
Dylan O'Neill walked in his only at bat on Sunday night. Now I have no earthly idea what the delay is. Head coach Dave Yoltson is in the Utah dugout having a conversation with Coach Andrus.
Dixie Little League, 5 of their players returnees from last year in San Bernardino, ready to go as O'Neill swings the first one and fouls it off. You know, Utah, tough draw. You lose to a really good Hawaii team that's 2-0, and you get this Northern California team and the stellar effort from Erickson.
Yeah, you've done a really nice job of sidestepping a couple words that I know you're dying to say. And you know, I appreciate it as a pitcher that you're not saying those words.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know the color guy. I know the play-by-play guy in you right now is just dying to lay this whole thing out with all the words that I'm not letting you say.
I don't think you should be saying them. I mean, you know, that's a play-by-play thing too. I mean, you got to show respect for a great effort on the mound.
I know, and
but I'm trying my best. It's not easy.
It really isn't. You're trying to explain what's going on and trying not to say a couple words.
And there's a strikeout for Watson as O'Neill is out number 1. Looking ahead to the bottom half of this inning, and that's where a lot of people have their thoughts right now. Erickson's going to face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Utah.
And there's still 3 substitutes.
Yep. Pinch hitters.
All 3 of them, yeah.
Pinch hitters will be coming up.
Well, I mean, this game has gone by so fast on their side of the plate that their coach has been unable to get their guys in. And there's a nice Blake Watson slider. This is his last hitter of the day, and he has done a great job. You really can't say enough. You know, he struggled a little bit with the command on his slider, but you just saw a really good one right before that.
This is Tanner Dykstra batting with a count 1-2 inside.
And that was the slider right there. That has been his problem. He has left it elevated, and it's a good pitch to hit when it's elevated.
Right back to the circle. Nice play by Watson. Gloves it and throws out Dykstra for out number 2, and that'll be it for Watson. You got to tip your cap to number 10 for his effort. Goes the distance, goes the max in terms of pitches.
Oh, he's done a great job. I mean, I love the mechanics. He's got good location. He's got a great fastball. And you know what? He's 12 years old. I don't want him to have a great slider. You know, it's a pitch that has wrecked more elbows than it's helped. And I am totally fine with where he's at in his development as a pitcher. Great mechanics, great mound presence. You never saw him blink or act like anything was wrong if a pitch got missed by home plate umpire. You know, I have no problem if his slider isn't ready yet.
Now Whitney will come in. Trey Whitney, number 95. We have a pitching change here in San Bernardino. Top of the 6th inning. Northern California in front of Utah, 6-0.
attention, please, some changes for Utah. Re-entering the game for Jackson Barbin. And now pitching, number 95, Trey Whitney. Moving to first base, number 10, Blake Watson. And moving to center field, number 4, Braxton Meeks.
Trey Whitney, the new pitcher, trying to get them out of this inning after a stellar effort from Blake Watson. He is a guy that has a big frame. You see 5'10", 135. Drinks apple juice, listens to rock music, and when he pitches, he'll walk around the mound to reset. Here he is, going around the circle.
That is exactly what I did. It really is. I come off the front of the mound. I walk all the way around. I came in on the side, so I came in on the first base side. He walks all the way around and comes in from behind. It's almost like the only door to the mound, you know?
Little idiosyncrasy is Jonathan Vavok is up there with 2 down.
You're saying I have idiosyncrasies?
All those pitchers do. I mean, the Mad Hungarian, Al Rabowski, he was one of those guys.
Well, here's Trey Whitney. And completely different, short little leg kick. And I love it. I mean, it really is. Your mind is so used to this is the only way I can come onto the mound. You can't come any other way.
It's awesome.
I guess that would be my one superstition.
There
he goes again. And I'm dead serious. I came in from the first base side. I didn't want to walk all that far. But you do it every single time, and you don't think one thing about it.
There's a strike on the corner, 2-2.
And here he goes again. Gives you a little bit of time to think, regroup. But Eli Whitney's short little leg kick, and he's got a low angle arm slot, so this is really difficult for right-handed hitters to want to stay in and hit.
Just missed off the plate with that one, full count. Here goes 95. It works for him.
I like it. I think it's normal. But this is really difficult for a right-handed hitter. And look how close to the plate.
Just missed with that fastball as
Vavok was.
He walks him.
Wow. We've got the inside part of the batter's box has been dug out. A couple slides.
There's something calming about that walk around the diamond.
I can't explain it. It really is. It's just like I come off the front, and it's my little time to reset. For me, I was always thinking what the next pitch was. And I almost never got to the rubber without knowing exactly what the next pitch I was going to throw was. And so I think he's doing the same thing. He's just kind of walking around, you know, taking a little mental break, come back, get back on the mound, we go.
Ben Tipper, the batter, with 2 down and a runner at first. Northern California in control here, up 6-0 in this elimination game in the West Regional. Whitney, fastball, liner, foul down the left field line.
Now I was talking about how good these two guys, Watson, Erickson, have been with their location to the outside corner away from righties into lefties, how good they've been with it. I think Whitney's going to have a little bit better time. I was about to say he's going to have a little bit better time throwing this ball away from lefties or into righties. He's going to be a little bit more successful with that side of the plate based on his arm angle. And that was a slider that he tried to throw, and he just didn't get it out front.
Vavok takes second after that wild pitch. Pitch to Tipper. Inside, it hits him.
Don't rub it. Cardinal rule, don't rub it. He's going to have to run that one off. That one's going to be stiff and cranky in the morning.
So Ben Tipper is on with Vavok at second.
Whitney, fastball gets a little bit around it, opens up the front side too early. Arm follows. You can see right on the bottom of the quad. He's not rubbing it either. Nope, I'm fine. Let's go. Game on.
And it looks like a pinch hitter coming up here. Or pinch runner. Let's see what these managers are doing here in the 6th inning.
Well, Troy Yultsen is due to bat. And he got hit last inning, and we showed him out in right field, and he looked like he was in a lot of pain. So I think we're going to see another pinch hitter, I would assume.
Two out, two on, and there's Kaysen, Brady Kaysen, with the bat in his hands. Struck out his first time up.
Well, we had this situation in this afternoon's game where an injury and you used all your substitutes. A substitute is allowed to come in a different spot due to injury. In the prior game, the other coach was consulted about who he wanted to replace. So the opposing coach had the opportunity to replace the injured player with whatever substitute that he chose. And we didn't do that here. Brady Kaysen's already come in and had an at-bat in Korea's spot.
Also, Trajan Rogowski is now the pinch runner at first base. So 2 down, 2 on. Rocklin, California. Tri-City Little Leaguers trying to add to their lead here in the top half of the 6th inning. Check swing and a strike.
Well, Whitney just didn't do that walk. He cut it off. He cut the walk short. Maybe he's a little bit mad. He's switching up superstitions.
1-1. Let's see if he goes back to the. Has more of a direct path behind the rubber.
Yeah, I don't.
That time.
Yeah, no, I don't ever do that. I don't. Maybe he doesn't like the way things are going. We're gonna switch it up.
Maybe different with runners on. Here's the 1-1. There's a bouncing ball past the pitcher. Second baseman with the throw to first, not in time. Vest didn't get it there quick enough. Great speed for Kaysen, bases loaded.
Well, infield single. Kaysen batting up from the left side. Gets a Whitney slider. Kind of drags his bat through the zone a little bit. Whitney's really about the only one who has a chance. Boston Vest can't come up and attack it because the base runner's coming at him, and he's afraid of contact right there. But if he were to run into the base runner, it would have been an interference and it would have been out of the inning.
Here's Nathan Erickson.
But it's just such a natural habit to avoid contact. Boston Vest stayed back and just not enough time to get the speedy Kaysen down the line.
How about Erickson here? You know he's thinking about the bottom half, but chance to add to the lead here with the bases full. And there's a wild pitch. They're going to hold up the runners.
The backstop behind home plate is about 15 or 20 feet. Whitney threw that one 66 miles an hour, so the ball's moving pretty quick. One bounce off the backstop. And right back to Ridge Erickson. No chance of scoring from third base.
1-1 fastball is a strike. Moves ahead 1-2 now.
Now he's back to that good location on the outside part of the plate.
Right three called on the corner, and that sets down Erickson, and that'll end the inning. Bases are loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Vest, Skinner, and Barbin. Northern California leading 6-0.
right field will be number 2, Brady Casey.
Northern California leading Utah 6-0. You see the numbers on the bottom. No walks allowed, and it could be a special moment. 6 innings is regulation baseball in Little League, and Nathan Erickson a chance to really put his mark on what's going on here in San Bernardino.
Well, he's been special today. His ability to locate fastballs away from the hitters. He's had a good slider that's come right out of that same spot as his fastball. And these hitters haven't been able to figure out which pitch is coming, let alone have a good swing. We've had 3 guys put the ball in play, and the only one who's done it twice is Ridge Erickson.
2 ground outs, a fly out, 12 strikeouts. And it's CB Bartholomew, a pinch hitter, leading things off. They have to use their pinch hitters here. He's hitting in the 7th spot in the order. Erickson, fastball, fouled off. Bartholomew goes by CB. Good swinger at the plate this season.
Well, this game's been moving so fast on the bottom side of the order that Utah's coach hasn't had a chance to get his substitutes in, and he's still got 3 kids that have to play. It's mandatory that these kids get their at-bats. And he's at the bottom of the lineup, and he just hasn't had a chance to get these guys in.
And out in front of that one, and there is strikeout number 13, 1 down.
So these guys have been sitting here watching this, and they're seeing a great fastball, 71 to 73, and then this slider coming out of the exact same spot as the fastball, and it's just very difficult to pick up, let alone come in off the bench cold. Should be Skinner at the plate. Kyler Skinner came in to play left field earlier in the evening. He gets his first at bat.
Erickson with the 0-1, driven to center field. Rogowski coming in. He's got it, 2 down.
Good swing, fastball down. One of the few times that Erickson's missed his location, threw a fastball in the middle of the plate, and I think he recognizes the situation his teammates do. What are we doing? Oh no. He's at 65 pitches. So they're going to try to bring him back. 66 pitches is the limit for him to come back in 3 days. He's allowed to face. They just took him out.
He is not going to face the last batter here.
He's
allowed.
allowed.
I want that extra day.
I know, but he's at 65 at 66 pitches. He's got one more hitter to face.
He can work through this last batter, but they opt not to. They opt to stop him at 65. Now, he has set down everybody he's faced, and at 65, they take him out.
I am speechless. I mean, I'm wondering if the head coach, Yultsen, might have the pitch count wrong, not realizing that he still has one more hitter he can face. But you definitely got to get that clarified. I am shocked. So
they make a switch here. They've got a chance to get a combined beauty in the bottom of the 6th. And let's see, this will be another pinch hitter for Utah here. It's going to be Steele Barbin, actually. Barbin's going to hit in the 9th spot in the order. Down to their final out, Utah. Off-speed pitches fouled off as...
Okay, so as our producer, Olivia Stomsky, is telling me, they got clarification, head coach Yultsen got clarification from the Little League that that pitch limit would have pushed him over. So if he had thrown one more pitch, he would not have been able to come back on Saturday. So I'm not sure why the 65-66 thing, I'm not clear on that. But they want him coming back on Saturday.
They're
willing.
Big picture. Yeah.
They're thinking big picture. Yeah, it could have been a very special moment, but it still can be.
Yep.
He's just going to share it.
It's Tanner Dykstra trying to finish it off here, and he's one strike away facing Steele Barbin. The 1-2. Ground ball. Shortstop. Throw to first in time. A combined perfect game. Nathan Erickson, and then the final batter, Dykstra, gets it done. 6-0 Northern California over Utah.
And how appropriate is it that it's a ground ball to Nathan Erickson at shortstop now? He gets to finish the game. He deserved to finish the game. You know, I was in shock. I didn't understand, you know, the rule coming from Little League on that. I'm thinking about the kids, you know, you want a special moment growing up. I threw a perfect game in the Little League Western regions.
What an effort that was by Erickson, huh? 13 strikeouts. And here's the last out, and he was there. This is apropos, isn't it?
It really is. And you know what? He gets down on a knee, makes sure that that ball is not getting under his glove, comes up and fires another strike to end the game.
Congratulations to Utah State champions. Their season comes to an end. The St. George kids really battled well here in San Bernardino, but Northern California gets Southern California tomorrow, and that'll be a 7 p.m. first pitch Pacific time. Thanks to Greg Olson. I'm Trey Bender saying so long from San Bernardino. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. It's been a presentation of ESPN. Great effort from Nathan Erickson, striking out 13. Coming up next, Washington against Alaska, Northwest Region elimination game. Stay with us, more coming from Al Houghton Stadium.